Hi Stampers! Today we'll be making this card using this little technique for this background, and I'll show you a two-step stamping process for these flowers. The stamp set that we will be using is from the Painted Petals stamp, and it's a photo. This one comes in photopolymer. It also comes in the wood or the clear mount. We will also be using the Irresistibly Yours designer paper, and I think you can see the pattern in here. There we go. It has some embossed designs on them. And here I have an example of the patterns that are actually in the pack. I've colored them in with some sponging. So we have flowers, dots, stripes, fish scale, vines, and stars. Let's get started. First of all, we'll color the background using a 3 by 4 inch piece of the designer or the paper cardstock. Alright, to do this we will be taking our Pacific Point and Bermuda Bay inks, and we'll be sponging them. So it doesn't matter which order you do them. We just rub the sponges in circular motion in random areas like that, and then we'll take the Pacific Point and do the same thing, and it gives such a beautiful design. There we go. Doesn't take a whole lot. The next step, we'll be stamping the flowers on a little 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. First we'll stamp the flowers. We'll do those in Pacific Point, and this is the flower that I'll be using. It's just some pieces of the flower. We just need a light touch because of the ink and the stamps, plus I just re-inked it. So I'll just put it right there, and it will dry lighter than it appears. The next color we'll be using for that, for the leaves, will be the garden green. Again, light touch. Now to line this up, what I found works the best is this flower right here, or the leaf right there, the stem leaf, that will go right on this little flower here, and all the rest tends to line up. There, and that all lines up for the rest of the flower. Then we'll stamp the sentiment, and I'm using a Thinking of You stamp, and I'll do that in Pacific Point. And now it's just pretty much assembly. So I have an 8.5 by, or 5.5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock in half, our designer paper that we just sponged, and we'll just put that on there. It's a pretty quick card once we have it all sponged out. And then we'll attach the Thinking of You to a piece of Island Indigo. Like so. We'll attach this with Pop Dots, Stampin' Dimensionals. 4 is plenty. And I usually cut mine in half. So I have little strips of half pieces of dimensionals. They go much further, and there's no waste. Tear off the backs and just place that, concenter it, and then for the little flowers on the side, I have just a little strip of scrap in the white, and the little 3-pack punch. This is one of the flowers in it. Let's punch out 3 flowers. And I'll just use some glue dots to put these on, or I'll just use some glue. So we'll use 1, 2, 3, just tiny dots. 1, 2, 3. When you use the glue, you have a little bit of wiggle room till it dries. And I also have little 1/4-inch holes punched out already. And we'll just put a tad of glue with that. There's that 1, 2, 3. And then we'll just jewel it up a little bit with some of the rhinestones. And here's a little, I like to use a paper piercing tool to grab them and put them on. Glue's not quite dry. There you go. Isn't that a pretty card, and how quick was that? Thanks for watching. Have a good day.